Why is everything so expensive in Switzerland? Welcome to my trip to one of the most beautiful countries, Switzerland. A Coke can at a restaurant will cost you about $5.60, and a coffee at a cafe in Zurich costs about $3.60. Known for its pristine landscape, luxury watches, and high quality of life, Switzerland is also infamous for its extremely high cost of living. Why is Switzerland so expensive? Why have billionaires quietly made this European nation a top retirement destination? How do you navigate high costs as a tourist? I'll help you answer all these questions in this video. Why is it so expensive? The cost of living in Switzerland is about 60.8% higher than the United States on average. Rents are about 17.7% higher according to costofliving.com. If you're a family of four, you'll have to pay about 8,000 Swiss francs, which comes to about $9,500 per month. So yeah, although this country offers some of the world's highest wages, it is very expensive to live here. Let me tell you what makes Switzerland such an expensive destination. A big part of high cost of living is the super steep rent of this country. Cities like Zurich, Geneva, and Basel are notoriously high, with apartments in central areas costing upwards of 2,000 to 3,000 Swiss francs per month. That's about $3,600. Even rural areas can be expensive, as limited spaces and high demand for holiday rentals drive up prices. In Switzerland, healthcare is privately managed, also mandatory. Everyone must purchase health insurance. Premiums are steep and cost about $420 per person. For a family, that adds up to $2,000. Healthcare facilities are excellent, but residents need to pay out of pocket for many health-related expenses, as everything costs a fair amount. Groceries, utilities, and transportation come at a premium here. The average grocery bill is about 20 to 30% higher than other European countries, with residents spending about $2,000 per month on basic stuff. Utilities like electricity and gas and compulsory recycling also add to the monthly cost. With state-led measures like compulsory recycling, Switzerland has maintained a clean and pollution-free environment that most countries can't compete with. The country's high cost of living discourages immigration for long-term casual stays. Those that choose to live here are usually billionaires, because their money lets them buy swaths of Switzerland's pristine natural landscapes and live in privacy. And a major attraction for them is the country's unique taxation system. It taxes households, not individuals, and has relatively low taxes. What more could a billionaire ask for? How government policies make Switzerland expensive. In Switzerland, the government makes basic stuff expensive, but it also pays higher wages than most European countries. This country offers some of the highest wages globally. This is part of a calculated effort to maintain a high living standard and give residents strong purchasing power. However, this means that businesses must charge higher prices to cover labor and operational costs, leading to inflated prices for goods and services. So there's not much scope to save your money. The Swiss government offers various social services such as quality education, healthcare, and public transport systems, which are among the best globally. These services are funded through taxes and fees, contributing to the overall cost of living. Switzerland also has one of the lowest crime rates in the world, and this country has created legions of wealth in the past century with its neutrality and tax haven status. Perhaps crime has a different definition for the Swiss. Switzerland's status of tax haven. Switzerland is also known globally as a tax haven, attracting multinational corporations and wealthy individuals looking to reduce their tax burdens. Its attractive tax regime for corporations means that big companies often pay less taxes than other countries, fostering an environment where global businesses are headquartered here. This corporate-friendly environment boosts economy, but also indirectly pushes up real estate prices and the cost of living for locals, particularly in business hubs like Zurich and Geneva. The operations run by Swiss banks as an offshore destination for all kinds of money has been debated for decades. It's scrutinized, but effectively, Swiss banks continue to protect the interests of their customers. Despite agreeing to an exchange of information with 50 countries on who owns the bank accounts in Swiss banks in 2014, their policies remain unclear. The code of silence and neutrality over storing wealth is enshrined as law in this country. Running these banks brings in lucrative jobs, indirect taxes, and additional benefits for Swiss government. Wages in Switzerland come to upwards of $70,000 a year. Now that can sound rich, but the cost of living here cuts into your earning and affects people psychologically. High wages and excellent public services are offset by soaring housing costs, expensive healthcare, and higher prices for everyday essentials. As a tourist, here are a few hacks to survive a trip to Switzerland. Use Airbnb and hostels to save on accommodation costs. You can get a kitchen or kitchenette, making it easier to cook and save on your meals. Buy food and drinks at supermarket rather than eating out at restaurants. Stock up on essentials that you need for your trip so you can avoid buying anything over there. Where you can, use public transport to save local travel. Is it worth going to Switzerland if it costs you so much money? For the sheer magnificence of the Swiss Alps, I would definitely recommend a trip. Just plan your budget systematically so that you can enjoy the natural beauty of this country without feeling the pinch of its super expensive lifestyle. I have toured different countries in Europe this summer, like Barcelona and the undiscovered gem of gorgeous Lithuania's capital Vilnius. You can find out more about the places on my channel. Another thing that you could consider is Swiss Pass. With a Swiss Pass as a tourist, you can get 50% off on all of your transportation needs, especially traveling in train from one city to another, which you can cover entire Switzerland within 3 hours. If you like such content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video. See you in the next one. Goodbye.